Hello and welcome to VEDA 2015. This year we'll be covering a lot of ground in ways of vlogs, music, attempted comedy, and even individual reviews of my top 10 favorite movies of all time. While preparing for this ambitious month of vlogging, I decided to take a look back at my most successful videos and see what you, the viewers, appreciated the most over the years. And what I found was the Kalos Poker app, which I spent many hours to complete and finish, and a trailer for a Teen Titans Season 6 fanfiction 4 years ago, which was never finished. So there's a huge audience for nerdy stuff, I get it, which is why I prepared this shameless examination of the two shows. What is the appeal of Pokemon? Well, people who play the card game and video game will attest to the fact that it has to do with discovering, collecting, and learning about the creatures in the game. At this point, there are over 700 interesting, usually different monsters that thousands of players have come to know and care about. If you look at a fan's favorites list after the essentials, that list can vary from person to person, Pokemon to Pokemon. So when the anime premiered in 1998, addicted children all over the world were up on Saturday mornings watching for their favorites. There was even a section called Who's That Pokemon, where they were trusted to see the silhouette on the screen and guess it correctly using their information and research. And then there were movies. Man, I remember pausing over and over again, looking at the sprawling splash art of dozens and dozens of Pokemon. I love the shots from Pokemon 2000 and Pokemon Forever. But how does this all relate to Teen Titans? Before we get to that, I just want to sidebar really quickly and tell you that my dad is a collector of comic books. Lots and lots of comic books. And if you think 700 Pokemon is a long list to memorize, you just try and memorize every A, B, C, and D superhero from every Marvel and DC comic. Jeez! You see, if you've read as many comics as my dad has, or even as many as I have, then the same thing from Pokemon starts to happen. You get a list of favorites, sure, but you also are able to recognize so many superheroes that a normal person never could, or maybe should. The Teen Titans show back in 2003 was initially only about the 5 main Titans, Robin, Cyborg, Beast Boy, Starfire, and Raven, but as the show went on and evolved, it became about a growing number of teenage heroes, including higher-ups like Aqualad and Speedy, and virtual nobodies like Argent and Bugle. So that same concept of recognition of characters is in both shows, but what ultimately is the point of this? I mean, sure, you get major branding points for your toys, but these guys are using the same toys over and over and over again. So why introduce a larger cast when what works already works so well? Now, I can't pretend that these two shows invented all of these characters. Pokemon is based on a video game designed around collecting characters, and Teen Titans is a comic book, which is a world so dense that it means that we need to talk about it in another video. But shows like Avatar: The Last Airbender have a large cast as well, so the question remains, why build up a world so much? What do we gain out of mass character recognition? I think what I've gotten out of it is a greater understanding of people. In shows like Teen Titans and Pokemon, I know everybody, and that's in stark contrast to the rest of the world. But I've gained an understanding of so many characters, people, or creatures that act and behave in so many different ways. And that understanding of people, reacting in ways differently than how we would react, is a valuable lesson in how we should interact with the rest of the world. Fiction informs upon reality, and while calling out the names of people walking down the street isn't the most fun or sane thing to do, the exercise of learning about other people and things is. At least that's what I get out of it. If you think about this differently, then please write it out in the comments. And if you like this video, let me know. Just as I am letting you know that there will be videos here every day for the rest of the month, because it's freaking VEDA. I have been Name. I hope you have a wonderful day. Peace in Christ, and imagine on.